Hey, this is Hauser here with the Super Indie Showcase. Today's game is Risk of Rain, an action platformer with roguelike elements. Permanent death is a major feature, and multiple classes, and pretty Binding of Isaac styled item acquisition. But it's got a lot of differences as well within that. It's great fun. As you can see, you unlock classes over time, and each have their own special abilities. Right now, I'll give the Enforcer, which I have only recently unlocked, a shot. So, let's see how this goes. It's probably gonna be painful. It looks like I have a close-range shotgun and a big-ass shield. All spelling for a good day. As you can see, enemies spawn in, and you're on a 2D plane. The sprite work in this game is fantastic. It's very simple, but very effective. The music is also absolutely wonderful. Enemies spawn in randomly. You find chests that you have to spend money and to open, and various shrines. I think they're shrines. I'm not actually sure what they are. But those, you also spend money on those to have a chance or have to do something to unlock items. As you can see, the Enforcer class has a shield that he puts onto the ground, which protects him from all oncoming damage from the front, and the ability to knock enemies away from him with a big ol' shield slam. He also has a smoke grenade that stuns and damages enemies around him, which it seems pretty cool. I like this class. This may be my second time trying it. Hopefully it'll go better than my first time. Oh, I'm getting bitten from behind. The shield slam seems to kind of have a slight effect from behind you, so you can force enemies to your front as well, which is pretty nice. Oh, you see a blue little arrow like that, it's usually a drone you can spend some money on and revive and get back into the game to help you out. Drones are very effective, especially when you start getting more than one. Like, you can get up to, so far the most I've seen are 4. And I actually unlocked a new item for that, which actually, that's that remote control in the far left. I'm not sure what it does, but hopefully I'm going to find some money and find out. Alright. Game's control scheme is very simple. On the I was playing with an Xbox 360 controller, and the shoulder buttons all control your various abilities. Right trigger being your primary fire, and then every other shoulder button controlling one of the other special abilities. And A is your jump, X is pick up an item or use a chest, and circle. B button is your acquire. It's use your special items. And your special items can range from a lamppost that just deals damage and fears enemies to, well, all sorts of effects, really. I haven't seen too many of the use items, but the ones I have seen are very powerful. The lamppost especially, it just deals massive amounts of damage to anything sitting inside of it. Very effective against bosses. Oh, looks like right now I have a chance to get a sprouting egg, which actually just makes you heal incredible amounts of HP when you're out of combat. And that actually includes if you're just not being hit. So you can be in the thick of things, but if you're dodging attacks pretty well, and, you know, in my case, blocking them, your health will just constantly regenerate up to full if you've been getting smacked around pretty good. Now you notice on the top right-hand corner there's a timer. That's actually one of the biggest, kind of neat little things in this game. The longer you're playing, the harder it gets. You can see there's a gauge that's filling up as the timer goes up, and actually you'll just notice I pressed that teleporter right there. That summons the boss fight and a constant stream of enemies. So, alright, let's see how this goes. It should be... Okay, so that remote control seems to summon a whole mess of drones to help me out, so I'm taking damage, but I'm dishing out about 4 times as much of it, so that's pretty good. But anyways, the difficulty timer slowly fills up. Each time it passes a notch, it increases the game's challenge. So far, I have not been able to get above medium, and that's because I keep dying when I hit medium. It gets pretty difficult pretty fast, but it's great fun. It's a really interesting way to make it punish you. I wouldn't say punish you for, you know, being careful and gathering supplies and preparing, but it keeps it up. Like, you won't just be able to grind and become overpowered. The enemies are always going to have a chance as long as you're really dilly-dallying. You're gonna have to you have to have a good combination moving fast and taking your time and finding stuff, so it's really interesting and really a lot of fun, honestly. As you can see, it looks like... I'm not sure exactly how long it takes to amp up the difficulty. It looks like I'm at almost 5 minutes, and it hasn't gone up to easy yet, so... You can see it starts very easy, easy, medium. I'm guessing hard, very hard, and maybe impossible. I don't know. But... yeah, I hope I never see the hardest difficulty. I can't imagine it's going to be lots of fun. Another feature this game has that I haven't been able to try out yet is co-op. Co-op sounds like it'll be just a huge blast, but problem is you're going to need some friends to play with. And, yeah, since this game just came out, and it seems like not too many people have tried it yet or heard of it, the online community seems a little small, but, you know, that can be rectified very easily. We're just getting the game's name out. Alright. So you can see we're in the second level now, and this song is awesome. This is a great song. I forgot about this song completely. There are 3 different starting stages from what I've seen. There's at least 2 different second stages from what I've seen. I haven't seen... I've only been to stage 3 once, and that was an underwater cavern. The other second stage I've seen was a mushroom-filled kind of biome. It was lots of poisonous enemies. The mushrooms were spraying out just mist of poison, and it was pretty difficult. This area seems to have a lot of undead and ghosty-looking enemies, and overall, it seems like all the enemies are really detailed for the sprite work. But I mean, you're a very simple-looking character, but it's sprite work is used to wonderful effect. Like, it's not trying to be overcomplicated, and it shines because of that, in my opinion. All the animations are really fluid. Man, that guy just won't go down. As you can see, the harder the game gets, I just hit easy difficulty, the enemies start to take a complete punishment. Like, they start to get harder and harder as time goes on, and new forms of each enemies. What the hell is that? I've never seen that before. I'm gonna stick with my drones. They seem pretty powerful. Alright. Whoop, back off! Alright. Yeah, as you can see, you can use your shield smash to great effect. I've not tried any other classes. I've seen an engineer, which looked like a melee class, which looked really cool. I've seen a hunter character, or a huntress, excuse me, had a bow and arrow and glaive. I really want to try that out, but unfortunately, I've only played for maybe an hour or so I haven't unlocked many of the classes. I've only gotten the commando, which is your starting class, which has the ability to dodge out of fire, and when you're dodging, you're actually invulnerable to damage. And I'm not sure what to describe it as. I guess it would be kind of like a railgun. It just penetrates through everything. It deals a pretty good amount of damage. And then rapid fire shot, where you kind of crouch down and just start spraying bullets from your primary weapon. And his primary shot is called double tap, which he just fires 2 shots really quickly from what appears to be a handgun. As you can see, these enemies are too spoopy. And I found a rocket drone. I've actually never seen a rocket drone before this. It's exactly what I would expect from a rocket drone. Very powerful and completely devastating. This should pair up really well with my my drone radio item, and the fact that I have just a standard machine gun drone. Another drone type I've seen is a healing drone, which when you get that, you're going to be ready to go for the long haul, because it just keeps you into the game so well. Especially if you start finding some of the other healing items, like one of the items gives you the ability to increase your health from killing. One is just from straight damage. One is per kill. It'll spray out another healing item. There's a lot of different sustain items. There's a lot of different damage items. The knife that you may have noticed earlier when I picked up the eggshell, it causes a bleed effect when you damage enemies. As you can see, the missiles are just completely just wrecking everything they touch. Coupled up with my shotgun and the other drone, these things are just getting completely wrecked. But at any rate, Oh, starting to get a little swarmed here. I haven't even triggered the boss fight yet. By the way, so far from what I've seen, there are 3 different bosses. I'm sure there are more, but I've only been able to get to level 3, and even then I couldn't get to the boss fight. There's a giant colossus that just hits like a truck, but moves very slowly. There's a dragon, which the best thing I can compare it to is if you played... Oh, hello. Never mind, scratch that. This is a 4th boss. I've never seen this before, the Ancient Wisp. But there's, I mean, this looks like a ghosty guy who's spraying thunder on the ground. The fire dragon worm thing, which if you play Terraria, I would compare to the Eater of Worlds. And then there's, ooh, hello, achievement unlocked. Or item unlocked, more like. I'm not sure what that does. But, and then the other, oh, shoot. You're dead, lol, get wrecked. Yeah, same to you, game. Alright, let's try this again. I'll try a commando out really quick. At any rate, and then the other boss is that jellyfish fella. And you can see those are my abilities for the commando, which I spoke of earlier. Okay, we're spawning in the dried lake this time. Commando is a lot more agile than the enforcer as well, but I kind of like... I wasn't sure if I'd like being the really tanky class, but I really get behind being able to just take hits and block it with a shield. And I think in co-op, having a character like that would be invaluable. Oh, not a lot of money. The Dried Lake starts out really slow, I've noticed. Alright. Oh. Okay, so that doesn't go through walls. That's that, I don't even know what it's called, but... Yeah. You see, the commando does a lot of damage very quickly, while the enforcer is more about just single shots hitting like a truck. Ooh, mysterious vial. And, oh, that just increases my health regen just passively. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, definitely circling, just not getting a lot of money in this. Ugh. Okay. Come on. Oh, got him. You can push enemies around really easily depending on what attacks you're using, what items you found. Overall, I'm really enjoying this game. I never heard of it until I just happened to notice it. Oh yeah, Risk of Rain on sale now. And I'm like, what's Risk of Rain? Looked into it. It's like, oh, this looks pretty cool. Found some other videos on it. This game's friggin' awesome. So I'd highly recommend it. Completely, like, if it's $10 on Steam, there's a link to the Steam store location in the description. If this looks like something you'd enjoy, I can't recommend it enough. It's really a complete surprise. Alright, let's see if I can beat this Wandering Vagrant. There's not a lot more to say from what I've experienced so far, so if this looks like something you'd have fun with, I give it my thumbs up, personally. This is Hauser with the Super Indie Showcase, signing off. Have a good day.